Hello, marry me. So this is going to be another haul video, and this is for various fiction books. Science fiction, fantasy, horror, all the kind of geeky goodness that I like. Now, I have to apologize for posting so many videos today. Just a few videos I wanted to get done, so I'll be making this basically a fiction book haul, and I will probably also make a goodies on disc haul. Just because I've been having these things I've been collecting in all through November and December, and I want to tie them up in the shelves they're supposed to be in, and yeah, just be done with them. So bear with me. So let's start with novels. I have this one. It is the book one of the Hoodoo Apprentice. It's just named Conjure, and it's by Leah Nolan. And I'm not entangled teen since Entangled. It's by Entangled. The subcategory teen. So basically it's a young adult book. And even if I am 32 years old, I like young adult books. So this was sort of an impulse buy. It's basically a girl who needs to learn to be conjure to save some friends in trouble and so on and so forth. It just sounded fun. And then I have book one in the trilogy of the Blood Curse, named The Devil's Advocate by Gerbud Fleming. It's a Vampire the Masquerade book and it's published by White Wolf. I have almost all the World of Darkness, the old World of Darkness. I have most of the new World of Darkness ones too, but even more of the old World of Darkness game line, and I'm also trying to get all of the novels and fiction and so because I'm a bit obsessed by those settings. So yeah, and this book is amazing. It's a really good read. And then I have Poison Princess. It's book one of the Arcana Chronicles by Cressley Cole, and it's by oh, Simon and Scruncher. It seems the company is. So yeah, this also was a impulse buy. It's basically a girl, and she discovers that she has a magical destiny. It's a typical young adult book. She meets a hunky boy, and she discovers he has magical powers, and but it is tied in with the tarot. So I just thought had to have it, and I also think that the cover is so gorgeous. And yeah, I want to get book two in the series. And here's a book. When I heard about it, I actually watched a book haul video, and somebody had this on. Somebody had this book in the video, and I just thought, I need that book. I don't care if I have to eat the macaroni for a couple of days. I'm getting that book. It needs to be mine. And it is William Shakespeare's Star Wars by Ian Docher, and the company is Quirk. What this is, it's basically, I think it's episode 4, but written in the way that Shakespeare would have written something. So it's basically they have taken the first Star Wars film and it's written it as a Shakespearean play. It's awesome. Let me just give you a small example here. R2D2. This golden droid has been a friend. This is true. And yet I wish to still his hunting tongue. An imp he called me. I'll be revenged. And merry pranks aplenty. I call to play upon this pompous droid. C3PO. I mean, yeah, I had to have it. And then I have Girls Who Bite. And it is written by Devlin. She's the editor. It's basically anthology of various lesbian vampire erotic fiction. So yeah, and it's by Celis Press. Need to have a bit of that kind of literature as well. And then I have Demon Eyes. This is book 2 of the Witch Eye series by Scott Tracy. And it's by Flux, which is Llewellyn's fiction company. And here's another book I really like. It is book 1 of the Planeswalker series. Agents of Artifice by Ari Marmel. And it's by Wizards of the Coast. So basically, this book series is about the Planeswalkers of Magic the Gathering, and this one focuses particularly on Jace. And it's pretty good. And this is just the kind of media time book that I really like because it feels like the game. Sometimes when you have media times, it seems like they've just slapped the name of whatever brand they are trying in with to earn a few bucks. Here they have written a pretty good book, and it feels like the game. I mean, there's a point there where a lot of fields of plains it turns into swamps, and there is actually a card, I've forgotten what its name is, that do that in the game, and yeah, so it's pretty good. And then I have Easy Bake Coven, book 1 of the Easy Bake Coven series, and it's by Liz Schultz. And it seems to be self-published because it doesn't say anything else in the book. Perhaps it says something inside of it. Missouri, sorta. I'm not actually sure. Anyway, and again, this was a bit of an impulse buy just for the name. It's a young adult book about witches, basically. Can't go wrong there. And when we are talking about young adult books for witches, I finished up basically, so I have all of the Sleep series. I have the Omnibus Volume 4 and the Omnibus Volume 5. Because there are 15 books in the series, and these omnibuses have 3 books per volume, so 5 of them makes 15. So then I finally have all of Sleep. And I'm very happy about that because it has gotten such amazing reviews. Also among New Agers, pagans, and Wiccans who generally feel that the books are, of course, they are fiction, but they're still representing our community fairly well. So we'll see when I sit down to read them. Okay, let's move on to some comics. First, some Western comics. I've been very much looking forward to this one. Oh, I should also say which company has made this book. They are by Speak. You see it there. Yeah. And like I said, it's Kate Tiernan who are the author. Okay, like I said, moving on to comic books. We have Eye of the World graphic novel, volume 4. I am a huge Wheel of Time fan. I can't get enough of that setting, and I really like the graphic novels. I just prefer to buy them in this book format, other than the small comics, and that is because, for some reason, those small comics cost a ton to send to Norway. Usually I can get away with cheaper postage for a whole book than for one of those tiny little comics, and I don't know how many of them are fitting in here. 4 perhaps, 4 or 5 of those single volume comics go into one of these. They go into one of these books, and so yeah, it's just cheaper. The downside is that they take some time between when they get published, and the comics moves very slowly. Now, I am not going to complain that this comic moves slowly because it's a huge book to. It's a very big book to make into a comic, and I would rather that the authors take their time and just make it as true to the book as possible, rather than if they rushed through it and just published a lot of basically had fewer volumes in it. But anyway, at volume 4, they are at the time, I'm not gonna spoil anything, but they are at a point where Egwene and Perrin are captured by the Children of the Light. So if you have read Eye of the World, you will know basically where in the book we have gotten to with these. So very very satisfied with it, very nicely, and um, these hardcover thingies here usually comes with some bonuses at the end, some bonus artwork and things. Let us see if this one do too. Yes, it does. Like the covers of the magazines that go into it, and the concept drawing of them, and all of that goody goody stuff. That's a few. Go there for now. And I have gotten Once Upon a Time, Shadow of the Queen. I love Once Upon a Time. It's one of my favorite TV series at the moment. And that's why I just had to have this. I agree with those that are critical about this product because it's very, very thin, but it's an okay story in it. Yeah. Once Upon a Time comic. Had to have it. So yeah. And then some mangas. I have Midnight Secretary Volume 2. I decided to give this another chance. Like I said in my review of the first volume, not terribly impressed, but yeah. And then I have Dracula Everlasting Volume 3, and I almost forgot the name of the author. This is story and art by Tomu Omi, and it's published by Viz Media. This is by E. Phillips and Ware, Andrea Sylvan, and published by Seven Seas. And for the other comics that I showed that I also forgot to say, the Once Upon a Time one is by... it doesn't say. I have to say who made it, doesn't it? Yeah. No, it's just what you made the television series. It's published by Marvel and ABC. And the Wheel of Time one is, of course, story by Robert Jordan, and the graphic novel is by Chuck Dixon and Andy Tong, and it's published by Tor. So moving on with the mangas, I have Tuela Magi Oriku Magica, Volume 2. I'm a huge Tuela Magi fan, so yeah, these are quite good. And I have, and of course, where is my head today? This one is by Magica Quartet, so they don't list the individual authors. Art by Mura Korbe, and it's published by Yen Press. And then I have Demon Love Spell Volume 4 and 5. And they are both by Viz and written by Maiju Sinshu. If that's how it's pronounced. You can see her name here. Or if it's a man, I think it's a girl. Okay. And then we can go on to some other stuff here. First, it's this one. It's Dragon Age: The World of Thedas, Volume 1. It's a big fact and art book about Dragon Age universe. I'm so fond of Dragon Age. I can't wait for the next game in the series, and I like the comics, and yeah, I'm a fangirl of that. And I mean, this is a gorgeous book. Look, just for example, this red page with art. Here's another one. Lots of these. And information all from this is geography and travel, and there's about the organizations, about the Circle of Magi, about everything. So yeah, and then to some role-playing game books. I have Victoriana, third edition core rulebook. Of course, who made this? It's by those that created the game. An introduction by Mike Lightview and David Guider. And it's published by Dark Horse. That was this one. And then, yes, let's get to the role-playing games. We have Victoriana, third edition core rulebook by Walt Sirchanowski and Chad Browser and Scott Reimer. I'm not sure how the first one's name is to be pronounced, but here at least we have it. And yeah, this is just steampunk, a steampunk role-playing game book. And it's published by Cubicle 7. Another one from Cubicle 7 here. It's License to Summon. It's for the Laundry RPG. It's the magic. It's basically a magic supplement for Laundry RPG, and it's by Garrett Ryder, Haranan, Andy Kolsky, Jon Sneed, and Jay Stratton and Jason Durrell. So 5 people it seems have been involved in this. And it's also by Cubicle 7, like I said. And then we have another core book here. It's Children of Fire, and it's by Eric Lombach, and it's by Blind Luck Studios Press. This is basically another one of those angels on Earth, war between angels and demons kind of game. I haven't tried it yet. Seems quite interesting. And then to some World of Darkness games. I have Demon Quick Start Rules. It's Demon the Descent. They're basically making a demon game for New World of Darkness, and this is the quick start rules for that. So basically this contains an if you're interested in that game, I really recommend picking this up at DriveThru. I have it both in this physical format and as a PDF. And the PDF is dirt cheap if it isn't free. I think it possibly is free, and it contains basically sample characters and a scenario so that you can try out the game. And then I have, and these are of course by Game and by White Wolf. There's several people involved in making it. By White Wolf, and this of course is also by White Wolf. It's convention book Void Engineers for Mates the Ascension, well, also Old World Darkness. And I think this completes the new Technocracy convention book. So yeah, I really like Void Engineers, so I've been looking forward to this book. And now for 2 crafting, hobby, drawing related books. One is technically belonging to my hobby, but we share books, so I'm including it in the haul anyway. It's Drawing for Fantasy Artists. All the techniques to show on shortcuts you need to master fantasy art by Sokar Miles, and it's by Search Press. So we're both interested in fantasy art, and I mean, there's drawing tips in here. And I mean, I'm not a hugely good drawer. I just like to be able to draw my characters when role playing and such. But there's so much tips and tricks here. Plus that there are a lot of nice artwork in here. So yeah, it's a good book. And now for something a little bit weird. It's Manga Fast Trip manga cross stitch make your own graphic art needlework by Helen McCarthy. So yeah, what this is, it's basically a book about how to make manga patterns and basically manga art as cross stitch. It's by Andrew McNeil's publishing. And it's amazing. It tells you everything about how to get the manga expressions and how to design your patterns and all of those goodies. And here is this. It has a stripped down version of a program that lets you make your own cross stitch pattern. And it is basically it contains the patterns for uh, the projects mentioned in this book. And I would think it was a few more manga style patterns in it. So it's a very good book, and I also think it looks cool with that CD in the cover thingy. It's in the cover. So yeah. And yeah, that was my haul. I hope you have enjoyed it. Have a great day, and blessed be.